How's it going? Justin from Mountain Bike Massachusetts, and today I'm here to give you a rundown of my favorite tire combo from Vittoria. This past spring I got my Fazzari Delano Peak in, and one of the first things I swapped on it were the tires. And in a video I mentioned that I put on the Vittoria Mazza up front and the Agarro on the rear. This was the combo I had on my Evil following at the end of 2020, right before I sold it. So I had some time on these and I knew that they would probably treat me well on the Fazzari too. Now before I go any further, I want to give full disclosure on my relationship with Vittoria. Now this isn't a sponsored video, I don't get paid by Vittoria, they didn't ask me to make this video, but I have been sent tire samples in the past for some unofficial product testing. I've gotten the occasional freebie sent my way, and I have a personal relationship with the head of product development. So just want to have full transparency, as there are way too many product videos out there that are basically just sponsored ads. That being said, during the pandemic last year when Vittoria was out of stock of most every tire and I couldn't get any from them directly, I still chose to pay full retail for their tires over anyone else's because I really do enjoy them. So anyways, back to tire choice. Since my Delano is my do-it-all bike and the one I grab on more of my longer rides, I knew I wanted a faster rolling tire on the rear to be a bit more efficient. I still wanted something that would have enough side knob profile, the grip for climbing, and in terms of sidewall, be a step up from, say, like the Barzo XC tire, since I know it's nearly impossible to avoid rocks here in New England, so it had to be durable. The step center knobs allow it to roll fast and still grip great on those technical slow climbs, and still has adequate side knobs to really push turns without losing traction in the rear. I do run this with a Vittoria airliner insert to obviously protect the rim, but also allows me to run lower tire pressure to squeeze out every little bit of traction with a less aggressive tire like the Agarro. It also has a sidewall insert for that extra bit of support and protection, so I feel like I never have to baby this tire, especially in a place like Vietnam where I do ride a bunch. The only small negative with the Agarro is the hit-to braking performance in looser terrain compared to something beefier like the Mazza. But that's kind of expected with any tire like this, and a trade-off I'm willing to make for better rolling performance. Lastly, right before I sold my Evil in fall 2020, I actually ran the Agarro front and rear just to try it out. And for a more like downcountry type bike where you might lean more towards efficiency, I actually really liked the combo. If I had a 100, 110 mil travel bike, I'd probably slap the Agarro front and rear, call it a day. Now up front, I am running the Vittoria Mazza, and this tire is hands down my favorite tire I've ridden in their lineup, no contest. For the East Coast, where you run into like all types of terrain and conditions, I have yet to find a tire that I'd rather have up front. With the stepped center knobs, it still allows it to roll great for a tire with this much tread on it. And traction is spot on everything from hard pack to loamy, loose, and the rocky, rooty terrain that's pretty common here in New England. When leaning the bike over to initiate turns, there's no dead spot, and it has a nice consistent feel from the center knobs to those side knobs. I never feel like I'm waiting for those side knobs to engage in a turn. Now I don't run an insert up front, mainly because of that added sidewall protection that gives it that stability, but mostly because I don't really beat up on front wheels as much as I do the rear. And with a more aggressive tread compared to the Agarro, it actually works amazing as a rear tire too if you want that added traction, improved braking, and just a bit more beef in general for chunkier terrain. And that's the reason I run the Mazza front and rear on my long travel enduro bike. So now let's talk durability. With the price of tires these days, spending upwards of $150 every time you need a new set can put a big dent in your wallet throughout the course of a season. Vittoria's Graphene 2.0 compound is one of the biggest selling points in my opinion, as their tires have some of the best wear performance I've seen on a tire. For example, like this set I put on my Delano Peak are actually the original ones I put on back in May of 2021. I've ridden nearly 450 miles on these, and here's how they look. Plenty of tread left, side knobs look great with no cracks, no splitting. And I can probably get a few more months out of these come springtime if I really needed to, if that tire stock is still low. My real only gripe when it comes to durability is actually just the gray sidewalls. They get kind of grungy after a while and don't look as clean and fresh as when they do new. I'm not overly concerned since it is cosmetic, but it's just something to note. Bike's gotta look good, right? Overall, I've been really pumped on this tire combo and how it performs for my riding style and just the wide variety of terrain we encounter here in Massachusetts and throughout New England. The grip of the Mazza up front paired with the rolling performance of the Agarro in the back is a combo that I definitely highly recommend for anyone looking for an efficient and, dare I say, confidence-inspiring combo. I hate that term. And obviously the durability of their tires is a huge plus in my book. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I do have an informal partnership with Vittoria, and part of that is being able to offer our friends and followers a 20% discount and free shipping on Vittoria.com by using code MTBMA. If you have any questions about the Agarro or the Mazza, please let us know in the comments below. Or if you tried Vittoria tires in the past, I'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite tire and why. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you out there. And all this snow melts.